Hey y'all, I'm your host, Jaquela Lynn, aka Coach Quay, the productivity coach and your motivational queen. And this is the Productive Mompreneur Show. This podcast is for mompreneurs who want tips to be more productive in their family life and their business. Because God so freely gave these tools to me, I will give you everything you need.
Do you need motivation? Then where should you go? Coach Quay. Maybe you might need some stimulation. Who got that? Coach Quay. Coupled with some determination. You already know. Coach Quay. And given that supernatural inspiration. Oh, yeah.
Hey, and welcome back to the Productive Mompreneur Show. I'm your host, Jaquela Lynn. Let's dive right in. So today I'm going to start with reading a post from my Instagram page. And it says, productivity is not about just doing more. It's about creating impact with less work. So I wanted to talk to you all about creating an impact through being productive. Because a lot of times we feel like there's not enough time in the day. We got so much to do, but there's not enough time in a day. There's not enough time. There's not enough time. Every time I talk to a woman and I ask her why she's not chasing her dreams, she said, because it's not enough time. I got to take care of my kids. I got to take my kids to school. I got to do this for my husband. I got to do this for my mama. I'm taking care of my senior citizen parents. And they're telling me all the things that they're doing. They're saying there's not enough time in the day for me to do the things that I want to do, for me to do the things that make me happy, for me to do the things that will make my heart skip a beat because I'm living in my purpose. You see, when you are focused on the time so much and there's not enough time, you tend to be a busybody. We talked about that a couple weeks ago, right? And I want you to be so productive that you feel like I am walking in my purpose. I am leaving an impact on this earth because I am doing the things that I am called to do. I've doubled down on my most important priorities and I'm able to make an impact, leave a footprint in a couple places based on my purpose. See, I don't want you to be out here so busy doing so much, stretched so thin and so frustrated and so tired that you're like, oh, I got all this work to do. But I want you to do the opposite. I want you to figure out how to work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not more, not longer hours. Like I always see people post that post about I didn't want to work a 9 to 5, so I became a entrepreneur and now I work 24/7. I call crap on that one, right? I had the joy of working one day where I worked, I think, an hour and 20 minutes. I went swimming with my family. We went out to eat. And while we were out to eat, the people at the restaurant were asking me, did you work hard today? And I'm like, in the swimming pool. I work according to my purpose. I spend my time on things that are important to me. And raising 3 tiny humans is very important to me. Raising 3 tiny humans to be amazing adults one day is very important to me. And so I created a lifestyle where I get to do just that, where I get to pour into my boys. I get to love on them. I get to help them to be the best versions of themselves as tiny people. So when they grow up and become leaders in the community, that they get to be the best version of themselves then as well. And you all will be like, wow, she and her husband raised some amazing human beings, and you'll be arguing over whose daughter is going to marry my sons. Okay, let's not go that far. Okay. Okay, a mama can dream, right? A mama can dream. And that's what I'm doing sometimes. I'm just dreaming about the amazing things that my kids are going to be able to do and talk to people about, and the connections that they're going to make because the time that their parents took to pour into them, to love on them, to educate them, to teach them about productivity. We have a schedule for the kids. My kids have a schedule. They hate it. But you know what? It's a routine that we're ingraining in their mind. And as they get older, it's going to be second nature to them to do what's right. Second nature to get their most important task done first. Second nature to take care of their own bodies, right? And that's what I want for y'all. And like for instance, in our RV, Wednesday is our official cleaning day, right? That's our official weekly cleaning day where we like go hard and clean everything. The kids hate Wednesdays. But I was teaching them, what if Wednesdays didn't have to be so bad? And they were looking at me like, We're cleaning on Wednesdays. How can Wednesdays not be so bad? So I said, it's not about doing more work on Wednesdays. It's about doing the work that you need to do every single day to make sure that you don't come upon a day that is so overwhelming because you got to do a million things on that day. And so I'm like, if you guys get up and wash the dishes every single day, then on Wednesdays, we don't have 50 dishes to clean. We don't have 50 dishes in our RV anyway. If you guys clean up after yourselves and get the crumbs out of chairs and throw your trash away and sweep the floor at the end of every day. So we have a routine, when it's time when you're done eating, clean the table and wipe the chairs off. When you're done spending time on the couch, wipe the couch off if you left anything on there. If you spill something, clean it up. At the end of the night, sweep the floor, wipe down the cabinets, and make sure everything looks clean when you go to bed, right? And they're like, this is more work every day. And I'm like, no, it's a little bit of work every day so that you don't have a day like Wednesdays that come and it's overwhelming, that you're dreading Wednesdays. And so the first couple of weeks, the Wednesdays were rough because they're like, I hate Wednesdays. We got to clean today. Well, we got to a Wednesday about a month into our RV journey and we went to clean. And there wasn't much to clean. As a matter of fact, it was so little to clean that we ended up only cleaning for about 30 minutes and we were able to go swimming that day. We went to the beach. And the kids were like, hey, mom. I'm like, yeah. They were like, it's Wednesday. I thought we had to clean today. I'm like, we did clean. They was like, well, the last few times it took us hours to clean. I said, yeah, because you guys hadn't gotten to the routine of keeping it clean. Now, I'm not about to sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that my RV is spick and span all day, every day, because it is not. But we've got some routines in place that even though it's messy throughout the day, at the end of the night, it look a little like something that I might be proud to show on social media or whatever if I take a picture, right? But the point is, we began to put that routine in place and we know where things go. We know how things should look. The kids are understanding that they got to do their part too, because I'm not doing it all. I didn't make the mess. I'm not cleaning all this mess up by myself. And now that they realize that this is a family affair, they get their affairs in order, okay? Because they're like, we're not about to spend all the hours on Wednesday cleaning when we could clean a little bit every day. And that's what productivity is all about. Figuring out what is that thing that you need to do a little of every day so that you get to enjoy the life that you're creating. What is it that you need to do a little bit about every day so that you can leave an impact on the days that you are putting down the work, right? So I do a little bit every day with my kids so that when we get to go out and we get to speak to somebody, my kids are like, wow, mom, you really did that. But if I was stressed out and overwhelmed and frustrated and full of doubt and full of all the negative energy and all the negative feelings and all of that stuff, I wouldn't be able to pour into people every single day everywhere I go. Listen, I'm dropping gems in the grocery store. I'm dropping gems in the library. I'm dropping gems at the gas station. I talk to everybody everywhere. If I have an opportunity to pour something into you and help you to be a better human being, you better believe I'm going to do that. But in order to do that, I have to make sure that we all understand it's not about doing more work all the time. It's not about working more. It's not about working longer, harder hours. It's about making an impact in the work that you do with less work. I'm trying to help us all feel good about our lives, win the day every day. And productivity allows you to do that. I know it doesn't sound like a sexy topic. Ooh, I'm so productive. Say it with me. I'm so productive. It doesn't really sound super sexy, right? But the way it looks when you're scheduling your workouts into your day, the way it looks when you're spending time with your kids instead of sitting down with your head in the books all day long or on your phone like this, all day long working, tickety clack, clackety clack, like kids are like, I want to see my mom's face. And I'm not telling you this because I'm making it up or I've heard it or I read it somewhere. I'm telling you this from experience because I used to be that mom who was doing more. I used to be that woman who had her phone in her face 24/7, working, 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 putting in all these hours trying to make a buck. And I wasn't really making an impact though. So I want you to ask yourself today, am I trying to make a buck or am I trying to make an impact? And guess what? If you choose impact and you're flowing in your gifts, your talents, your God given gifts and talents, baby, you'll make a buck or two or 20 or a million or whatever God sees fit for you. I just want you to make choices that are going to help you leave an imprint, leave an impact in the world, and not leaving you feeling so empty. I don't want you to be empty. I want you to be full, fulfilled, knowing that the things that you're doing is not because you're doing more, but because you're doing quality work. You're showing up for those specific tasks that you said you're going to do, your specific projects or whatever. You're showing up and you're giving your all. You're able to focus. You're not out here trying to multitask. But you're doing what you got to do to make sure you're making an impact, to make sure that you're giving quality work, that you're operating in excellence and really flowing in your zone of genius. So I'm off my soapbox for the day. I just really want you to do less work and be like really doing better quality work so that when people think about you, they like, man, she shows up with excellence. She does not leave a project unfinished. She's not out here doing 100 things at a time, but she's really giving us her 100% attention. She's focused. She's got good eye contact. She communicates well. She's so healthy. She looks good. Like these are things that people will say about you when you take pride in who you are and you do quality work for yourself and for your business and for others. So I hope you choose impact over making a dollar, that you begin to be more productive, not just do more work and check more things off your to-do list, but really focus on what the tasks are that's important to you so that you can really live the best life that you're trying to live and create a life and an impact that other people will be like, wow, I'm so blessed to have met you. So on that note, thanks so much for listening. I hope you take something away from this and thank you for adding me to your to-do list. Now go do something productive and I'll talk to you next week. Peace.
You already know. Coach Quay.